that's the gang. You know, these niggas is dickheads. But you know, those are the boys. So what we gonna do is I got a couple. We gonna draw to see who go first, and yeah, we gonna get to it. So
I ain't gonna hold you. You an animal, man. You hairy as shit.
My fat ass thumbs.
Yo, I'm not even gonna say nothing, bro.
Yo, how people be that hairy? Like, that shit not uncomfortable?
Nah, bro, I can't help that, Joe. Hurry up, he got the smallest ass too. Like,
let's go. You last?
God damn. What the?
Second to last.
God damn.
bro, how the fuck I got number one? These niggas plotted something while I was setting shit up. Had to be something like that. You, Phil. Ooh. But anyway, I got a video reaction we gonna watch, so everybody gonna watch it and then we gonna talk about it, and that's gonna be it. Alright, y'all go sit down.
You trying to sit over there fast? Like shit, kid.
He's like a little kid.
Alright, so I got my video down there. One of y'all niggas wanna hit play on it? Do the thing.
Women don't submit anymore.
Women don't submit anymore. No, women don't submit to you. Women are natural to submission. I don't care how strong and independent she is. So here's the disconnect. Are you looking for forced submission?
Wait, the prerequisite to female submission is not male leadership. You said it is in a woman's nature to submit. If that's the case, it should not matter what a man is doing. What you're referring to is femininity upon demand. We get nowhere this way. If we look at it from the other side of the coin, what you are saying is that it is okay for man to remain outside of his masculine until he finds a woman that is in her feminine. Absolutely not. Keep hearing this shit from women. Masculinity and femininity are not dependent upon one another. It is your job to be feminine and submissive. It is my job to be disciplinarian and defender. You're correct. Our women are not their grandparents anymore. More specifically, they are not their grandmothers. Our grandmothers showed up in their feminine and they remained there. Our women nowadays label that type of woman abused. They assert that our grandmothers are weak and our grandfathers took advantage of our grandmothers because they equate submission damn near to chattel slavery. To submit is to yield to authority. If your man is not the authority in your household, it is not because he's not trying to be, it's because you are not allowing him to be so. If a woman challenges a man's authority, there is no low-level threat of violence that exists between man and woman like there is between men, so there is no way to settle dispute. This leaves men with but a few options, either become abusive and or simply leave. Granted, his correction should be righteous, but he shouldn't even have to go as far as raising his...
That was a TikTok, my guy.
Alright, so yeah. Thoughts on bro perspective?
I feel like he should have cut that joint short a little bit.
I
remember having
the way he ran on so long, it kind of gets you to lose. Like, okay.
At the end, it was kind of like off, but from the beginning, he already made his point.
Right.
But too much.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as his point,
yeah, he made his point.
Do you agree with it?
I agree with it, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Why? Like,
What do you mean? Because at the same time, he's saying, right? If you gotta raise your voice and do all of this for her to submit, like, why you really there then? She's supposed to know, like, you feel me? It's not like she's supposed to basically know, like, all right, I know, like, this is what, you feel me? Like,
She's supposed to be cooperative. What
Right.
you trying to say?
Cooperation. Yeah. I agree 100%. And I thought this was gonna be Phil, but I'm gonna be devil's advocate. And I do agree to the point where it's like being feminine and being feminine and submitting that doesn't come with a certain level of status with a man. But my thing is, as a man, are you doing enough where you would feel comfortable leading people when like you're lacking so much? Like,
Okay.
Is your leadership skills able to pull that relationship healthy?
Like, right, like how can you look to your woman and say, you're supposed to follow me if you're not setting the example? Like, you're not the bull. Like, you're not showing that
Right.
you not that. She's sticking around out of love and care for you. It ain't that you doing shit that other people ain't doing. Because, like, in reality, everybody girl do
It's
got
like a
niggas.
train
Everybody
on
girl
the
got
rail.
niggas going at them.
That
all
is true.
day, every day.
Right, it doesn't matter how beautiful you are, how ugly you are, it's still gonna be 200 other people.
Nah, so
DMs.
like you gotta look at you, like what are you doing though to keep her there though? Cause like niggas don't want to look at it like, I mean niggas do look at it as far as like gold digging and all that, but it's not. Security is something. Like if you dealing with somebody, an adult where you're responsible for their every move, like you're gonna pay for their livelihood, that shit is gonna weigh on you, bro. Like, so I do understand, like, when they say that, but I ain't even gonna go there. I'm good.
Nah, you gotta go there. Go there. Come on.
No, because, like, I'm okay with dabbling in the controversial, but you can't just, like, some people not even willing to accept what they do. Like, they blame everybody else. They not even accept, like, the cause and effect of how things lay out. But, like, I'm not about to go there, bro. I'm cool.
But moreover, bro, like, find your person, and then y'all work as a team to figure out what's what. Like, whether that's like a 50-50 thing, whether that's like, you know, whatever that percentage, however that splits, you know what I mean? You want a woman that's maybe just submissive in all aspects and she's just like that, like, and find that woman that's agreeable to you, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you want. You know?
But at the same time, if you're the type of man that want to test your authority, you feel me?
What?
You want to see how submissive you are, but at the same time,
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you.
like, what do you mean?
Test what you, yo, that's
Bro,
some crazy shit to say.
It's not
Because,
even
like,
crazy.
I wish,
It's not even crazy. I'm just saying. It's like,
bro, if me and my girl, right, everything going right with us, right?
right.
Why would she step outside herself to try to test my loyalty to her?
Right.
You don't think you setting yourself up for
It's not even the loyalty overall. It's just
I mean, not loyalty, but in this aspect, you're trying to test and see how far you go with your authority. Like,
Yeah, what
bro,
you go
that
further.
shit-
What you mean when you said it? Like,
I'm just saying, you feel me? If he say like, it's nothing wrong with being independent. I like a female being independent, but
Okay.
overall, I'm saying is like, you got guys. You feel me? I'm not saying to me to be particular, but
Yeah.
you got guys that you want to. You feel me? Test his authority. Like, you feel me? See how far he can take shit.
what you mean though? Like, how would he do that? Like, test
You know,
his authority.
Like,
Cause your perspective matters. You're from a whole different place, so
culture
now-
wise,
at the same time, it's
now
still
you
the
gotta
same.
Bring people
You
to
feel me?
where you're from, how. Cause what you saw and what you grew up on is a big factor of why you think a certain way. So bring us to heat.
Yeah, because I don't know what you mean when you say test your authority. Like what can she do to like test your authority? Like, one, I know women Taryn is gonna hate that, hating this whole
Yo, I
the
know.
word hate
Right,
it,
you gotta hate
hate
it
it,
regardless.
whatever. We don't mean it like that, but hate it if you want. But like, what do you mean? Like, 'cause I know Baron he got certain words he used, so it's,
Right.
I don't think he means it like that.
So-
but
it say like, all right. Basically, it's like she trying to get on your nerves or some shit, right?
okay.
So basically, maybe I termed it wrong when I said.
Yeah, I
what
figure
I'm
you're using
saying?
the wrong language. It's fine. They don't understand, but I get it. I get it.
I can understand. I just needed to know.
Right. So since we cleared that up, all right.
Yeah.
So you know how females
So
are. You feel me?
just testing how but basically pushing your buttons. Is what you're trying to say.
Right.
Pushing your
Stuff
buttons.
like that because
Okay.
you know,
Life like that.
you got a lot of females that is like that. You feel me? Like they even try to go out their own way just to fucking push your
Like,
buttons, like
yeah, when
to
say-
see how you're gonna react.
Wait, when they're emotional or they're in an argument and they want to say shit to hurt
Right.
you, yeah, okay, I see
So that's
what you
basically
mean.
the point. It's not like
I agree. I understand what you're saying. But
Like-
I learned from like the older generations, like as a man, what we supposed to stay on is like you're supposed to be a rock at all times. You're supposed to be consistent.
Yeah,
You're supposed to be that. So
Yeah.
no matter how she acting,
Yeah.
you're supposed to be this.
You still got to
That's
keep your
true.
toes
Like,
down. You're
yeah,
supposed to
like-
bring her back down.
Yeah.
You to keep it grounded.
the way he was talking about the grandmothers and everything, our grandfathers, my grandfathers was rocks.
Like
Rocks.
they can say, I personally don't know what it looks like for somebody to say, oh, they was like subservient or slaves to her. Because yes, my grandfather was the breadwinner. He went out, like my grandma worked as well, like she played her part, but my grandfather was the breadwinner. But as far as how I seen things, my grandma ran the house. Like she kept everything in order. Like
He was the
he
tool.
made the money and she kept the house good. They was a perfect
He
team.
was the tool.
That's
for
how, that's
sure.
how, from my perspective, that's how I feel like it should be. If
But-
I'm going out, right, and I'm holding this down all the way, you feel me? Why should I still have to come back home and be like, yo, you feel me? You should know, like, yo, I'm supposed to do this
See,
and keep
no,
everything. in order. That's how I feel.
Nah. But cause like I can agree. Like I can stand with women when they say this though. Like cause men jobs, like for the most part, like dads are changing with these new generations and all that. But for the most part, men jobs done when they done work. Where moms also go to work just like you, work the same hours you did, tired just like you, but then gotta take care of the home and the kids. That's a lot,
Still
bro.
gotta
Like
make
I don't
sure
even
you
have
eat.
kids. Bro, when I gotta watch my nieces and nephews, I got a lot of nieces and nephews. When I watch them, bro, that weigh on me. And I don't, it don't bother, like, it's not like it's a burden because I love my nieces and nephews and I don't get to see them as much. So, like, that's cool. But like, if that was my everyday job,
it's still work.
Bro.
Yeah, but at the same time, you look at our grandma, and our grandma did all that with no problem.
Clap, nigga.
With no problem.
She did a fucking
she did all that with no problem.
Because if that was me, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna fold at all. Like
Right.
how they say, oh, you go if it put a man in it. No, I'm not gonna fold. Like I don't have children to speak on, so I can't say that.
Right.
But like, they had to come first. Like
Right.
me, I already like live a type life where like all of the going out. I take trips here and there, but if I didn't, I wouldn't care.
Right.
So like, putting everything into a child, I can honestly say that wouldn't affect it. I'm cool.
Yeah, I just look at it like, yeah, like we were just saying, our grandmom, she did all that. Because it's like, well, what's the alternative to that? If our grandmom didn't do the things that she did, what's going to happen? The house going to fall apart. Family structure going to fall apart, going to crumble.
Structure, yeah, everything
going to crumble.
And it's not
Kids
going to be about finances. It's just going to be
kids going to be fucked up. People, that's how people hate their parents and shit. All that shit happens.
Yeah.
If you don't work as a team.
It's a cohesive unit, man.
Yeah, I mean, you say what you want. One's burden might be a little bit bigger than the other.
Yeah, but
it might be. It depends on how you see it. But at the end of the day, you know, they say that, you know, women find more joy in raising kids and, you know, being the guider for our kids than we do.
Like, because the truth is, like, in species wise, women, you know, they care more about people and feelings and things like that in that nature, and we care more about like how things work, like the aspects of like building, engineering, like innovating.
Yeah.
Like, not saying that they can't, because when they put their minds to that, they're great at it.
Absolutely.
But nature-wise, we're more interested in how things work opposed to how people work. So that's why they are better, like, at nurturing and everything, and if they step into their role.
Absolutely.
And when I say that, I don't mean like how people say this your role, get in the kitchen. I mean like nature's role.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you in your role, then you gonna thrive. I just like our grandma, she thrived.
But if
like
you
our family thrived. Like growing up in our generation, like
expecting these roles. If you expecting a woman to do all this stuff, you gotta expect exactly what you expect. And if she's gotta take care of home, you gotta take care of the finances without crying about it.
Yeah.
That's why I like
that, which is 100%. You feel me? I agree with it.
Hold on, Phil been quiet. So, what's up?
Speaking from like putting the time frame on, like you was talking about your grandma and like how they work together, grandma and grandpa, stuff like that. Like you also gotta understand, like females didn't have nowhere to go. Like if like you said, if she didn't raise children or nothing like that, or she wasn't with your pop, she probably wasn't gonna do much on her own because she just didn't have, like, women in general didn't have access to a lot of things
they couldn't
in that time period.
They couldn't get their own bank accounts till 75.
Like, right, like they couldn't even really have access to finances unless it was attached to whoever they was with. So, like,
why do you think that is, though? Why do you think that is? Because it's more than just like keeping women down. It's more to it. There's a philosophy behind everything.
I'm willing to say something controversial here.
Feel free.
Give me some backlash.
Feel free.
That is just some joking to say. But like, as black people, right? They say like we push the economy as far as like spending and like buying, like right, and everything is targeted towards women. So you don't think that they just impulsive when they come to spending money?
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why they like set the family structure up that way. So it's like, hey, he can bring it in, you can make the home, but you're not going to be in too much in control of the, you know, the finance situation.
Right, because
things can go left because you care more about material things than what's needed.
This is absolutely.
You care more about fun than what's.
But needed. these are. I know something. I know kind of what you about to say, Phil. But this is absolutely true. This is absolutely. I know what you're about to say.
This generation of people is kind of different.
But what he's saying is absolute facts. If you look at the depth, who holds the most debt is by far women.
Right.
By far.
We push the economy as far as buying and spending, and they buy and spend way more than
more.
So
it's like five.
It's
almost like 10. It's like
and then made an outlandish statement after that. That's all. Like,
But if we dated back to
Now we dated till from forever to today.
right, so I don't know if that's necessarily true because like everything's been kind of, I'm not saying everything, but I don't know for sure how like marketing has targeted women. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say for instance, like, so men are, I don't know which came first is really what I'm trying to say.
The chicken or the egg, Superman?
So like, I don't know if men were always in control and then they said, okay, let's market towards women. And then because women have nothing to do but sit at home and raise kids and they need, I don't know, they're depressed or something like that because this kid is running his ass off in circles like a million times, asking her to watch him do a flip or something.
I'm gonna be.
So like, fuck it, let me look at his magazine. Let me buy all this.
I got a
stuff.
comment about that.
And like, I feel
so,
that like, it's conditioning to be that way. But
so
that times that's not in our generation.
Right, I
never
gotta
experienced that within the last what? I'm 31. And that's never been a part of life.
Right, and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
An ongoing excuse.
I don't think women back in let's just say 50s, 40s, were depressed being at home raising a kid. I don't think they were depressed.
I'm not saying everybody's depressed, but
right,
because there was a middle class there. Like it was really like it was a difference between everybody was poor if you wasn't rich.
Right.
But it was a difference like, oh, they not poor, they living good.
I'm gonna keep it a being.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
I was just throwing depressed out there, but like you really.
That's depression,
if you
bro.
really
You ain't
look
got
at
no
it,
purpose in life. You just in the house.
No, I was just throwing an example as to why they impulse.
But that's why they look at raising kids different than we do. I mean, that's why nurturing is like they find complete joy in that. Like that's what the statistics. Fuck you, camera. Says.
What I'm really saying here is that like, okay, women are at home all the time, majority of the time, have more free time.
Yes.
Or downtime, I should say. Whereas a man, he's doing the shift, 8 hours to whatever, how many hours, doing like manual labor or whatever.
This is
come home.
then, right?
Well, yeah. This is back then, yeah.
Okay.
Go to sleep, go to work the next day or whatever. So I'm just saying, in terms of that, it's like, well, they could have just said, oh, let me pick up this magazine. Oh, like, look at these cool razor blades. I'm gonna buy like 500 of these Jones, like, and that just picked up. Like it started like that, and now we're here. I mean, sure, like it's not the same. Like the structure, the economy's not the same as
market. That's what I'm saying.
Market did turn towards women, even selling cars, the muscle cars and shit. Back in them 60s and 50s and stuff, them convertibles, they would use women on beaches and shit like that.
Sure,
but nah, you're right.
So now you get to now, and it's like, well, the remnants of probably that is still on women to a certain degree. I mean, that could just be one aspect of why the debt is like that. I don't know, but you know what I mean.
Another thing that I see a lot or hear a lot is how if you're doing something, a woman can take that and multiply it, right? So if they was back home with all this free time, why wasn't they helping their husbands build their businesses? I'm sorry, I ain't even listening.
No. You understand completely.
Right,
like,
because look at this. If you home this whole time, you're telling me you don't got
like
no.
In today's society,
right?
If I'm telling you, you don't have to work, and not me, I ain't saying that because I'm not that guy. But, if I had it like that, and I'm telling my girl she can stay home and take care of the house, and you got all day. If I'm trying to get a business going and you want to be cooperative, you want to be part of that, be part of that.
Exactly.
Like at least take when you got some time. I ain't telling you to do this all the time. You got some time, look up and look into seeing what I'm doing, so you can know about.
I know you just like Kevin Samuels, but he promotes that, right? What Bruce just said, he promotes that 24/7. He promotes that ideology right there.
My thing is
I agree with that.
Right
that is like a really good point. Like
absolutely.
You hold, you feel me?
Like another.
And you're making money. That's what you want to do.
Like MTR said this before. Like he was talking about how say I was starting a business up, right? My girlfriend was helping me, and she was working the phones, right? And she answered the phone line, and I got a big contract that came in. Now I'm on, right? And she feels though because she was a part of the business as a answering the phone that she deserved equal pay or equivalent up to somewhere of high pay of what I'm touching. Because she felt as though she helped me build that business. That's not helping me build the business. Like that's should I pay you the equal pay to what you worked?
Well,
or like what you worked?
Yeah.
Like to what you put in, right? Because like you think that I got the contract because you answered the phone?
Yeah, I mean that comes down to preferences, like whatever, like you know what I mean?
Preference? What preference?
Nah,
like, what are you
bro.
talking about? Like,
No, I'm saying,
what I'm
like-
saying is like,
Yeah.
how is that?
What you mean?
helping,
What you
like,
mean preference?
I'm saying like, all right, if I don't know, I could just be the type of boy like, all right, you help phones, here's half, fuck it, like you my lover, like fuck, I give you half.
Nah, bro.
If you already
I'm
still at
not saying-
home,
I'm not saying you
bro,
gotta do
if
that. I'm just saying,
we're
like-
trying to expand the business, it don't even work like that. The money
Right.
don't even come to me; it stay in the business. So
Oh.
it's like she ain't getting nothing anyway, because I ain't getting nothing.
Right.
We gonna eat and touch off of that, but we.
And what I'm saying is that's a conversation that you would have with your partner,
Right.
and hopefully if you're making
That's not my business partner. That's my life partner, and we ain't even married. So what do you mean you deserve half of answering phones?
Right. You gotta get
that.
paid.
If it's
Like
not
what?
your business partner, then it's not your
That
business
right
partner.
there. I mean, but that right there would cause a rift, right? And it's like, why would you even ask for half of money when you already in my life and you gonna touch that anyway?
That's another subject. That's another subject. Somebody will make that. Somebody will make that.
Money start coming.
I'm gonna bring this back full circle though. So, I mean, bringing it back to the video? What it sounded like Buddy was basically getting at is that, and me and Bruce, we had a conversation about this a little bit earlier, but there's conditional femininity in a lot of these women today.
Oh yeah.
Do we? How do you feel about that? Do you think femininity is conditional, Phil?
No.
Yes. No.
You got something to say, Phil?
I don't know what that is. Like,
You can't fault him for that.
I don't know what that is.
Where I'm from and what I see
Yeah.
is like, yo, you can meet a girl that's not like, she not out there like that. She not open. She not used to being around not I would say everybody, but she not used to being in the mix. I'm gonna
Right.
say it like that. And then like you will see it, she be a sweet girl. Then it's like she get in the mix, and then it's like something changed, like, and then it be
Yeah.
like.
I'm pretty sure we all seen that.
But I mean, like, even
a girl
amongst-
who was like,
I mean, even I'm not gonna call it. Fuck it, we gonna call it what it is. Like, no, I'm not.
So you say you don't understand
Oh
what
no,
that
yeah,
is.
I don't know what that is, bro. Like femininity is
Let me-
femininity.
all right,
Like girls can be however feminine, I guess, like they can be, and you either you pick the one that's right for you.
All right,
Can't
let me.
say
How
she
I don't-
feminine with bravado? Like, that's like, bro, I'm talking about like literally masculinity is the traits of men. You can't say, oh, women can be masculine too. It's traits of men. You're a woman. What are we talking about here?
Nah, because you'll shorty will walk by and you'll be like, bro, she acting like a man. Like,
In what way though? Like just walking?
and it could be in any number of ways, but you could put two girls side by side and they'll be different. Like a guy will be like, one's more feminine than the other.
Okay.
I understand that, and and a lot of dudes are super fucking soft. So they see things that's not even masculine.
So,
as masculine.
so theoretically,
You're right.
so theoretically, she is kind of masculine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they all women though. So
I mean,
it's
but
all-
that.
So you find a
that-
person that's
I agree with you there. That comes down.
soft. You know what I mean?
I agree with you there. That comes down to preference. Like some dudes don't want a girl that's too fucking like.
Bro, but
like, and
I
so- like
I
that's
just want
fine.
to say this too, though. Like, I hate myself for saying this because, like, my argument is against this all the time. But like I was just telling you, I've been around girls that's like really fucking like,
Right, we just talking
they
about-
niggas. Like, but if they like you, they really break down. They break all the way the fuck
It's
down.
a
to
whole
be
different
different.
side.
That-
It's a whole different side to them.
They really be.
That
I mean, but they still be them.
that
but,
would be
like,
conditional
Right,
femininity.
that's because they open up to you.
That would be what conditional femininity
Some
is.
niggas can't handle New York women.
That's literally what conditional
That's
femininity
the-
is. She will break down for the right nigga. That's conditional femininity.
That is true.
Yeah,
That's
they level
literally
of
what it is.
aggression, like just New York, period. The level of aggression up there.
It's still like,
bro, I'm gonna be real. Like, listen, I'm not one of. When it comes to everything else, if something was to happen, I would try to keep the peace. With me, it's harder to do so. But like, they level of aggression different. Like, I had to fight with them niggas every day. Like,
Well, let's be nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean,
like every day. Like when they chicks.
Hey, yo, son, you been a fucking bitch, B.
Bro, I remember when I first met the John from Lincoln. She was hard as nails, bro. Chick that was with Jada.
Yeah.
Bro, she was. I was just looking like, damn, yo, like niggas be at you, right? They be really trying to talk to you, and you just be like talking to them niggas like you're the big dog.
Hey, that's the kind of shit that's masculine shit. I can't get with shit like that. Like, it's not my type.
I mean, like, I understand, like, it's dudes that like breaking that too, though. So
yeah, that's true. I mean, good, but that requires work. No, I'm not putting in.
See?
No work for that.
What if that never happens? Like, what if that person is truly, like, purely, that's them?
Then she got some bomb ass, you know what I mean? Because he stayed.
Right, it is what it is. Like
it was worth.
Don't get me wrong, it's niggas that go for that. They like they chick their little feisty. You know what I mean? That's fine.
I'm just saying, like, is that conditional femininity now? Like,
what?
Because if that person just stays like that the whole entire time, like, then
that's her. Then that's her. Then yeah, that's what her level of femininity is. Now, it depends on like what nigga accept that. Like, if a nigga want to accept that, he can accept that. But I don't know too many niggas that's going like if she stays like that. So I don't. I'm just I don't. But
so conditional
femininity. As long as
is
she don't talk to me like that, I don't give a damn how she talk to y'all, bro. So like, she talk to y'all niggas like she hold this nigga alive. I'm right there with her. Like, yep. Fuck you talking about? As long as she don't talk to me like that,
right. But you know what? That usually doesn't work like that.
It don't.
It don't work like that. You can't get the. If you get the best of both worlds, believe me, we fucking wish we could. We would, but we don't. It's like it don't work that way.
Yo, who the fuck you talking?
Yeah, as soon as you get her out by her emotions, she yelling right back at you. Fuck is you talking to? Like, no, I'm not going for it. That I can't deal with that. Like, nah, no, we can have a conversation. You're not about to yell at me like I'm like we two men because you're not gonna fight me, so we're not gonna do that. So, but you look a little puzzled over there, my man.
I'm trying to wrap my head around this term. Like it just seemed like shorty you just right, like you're just right for the shorty, or you just are agreeable to the shorty to where she's like, okay, like I'm a.
What I'm saying is you're
saying is the actual truth.
Like that, but so and my point here is like. Niggas do that too, but that's not conditional femininity. Like that's just like
conditional masculinity is that's what you would call it.
I guess that's what you would call it. So that's weird though. Like to me,
but that's completely weird. Like, you were right though. Niggas do that, and that's fucking weird. If you a harder nigga to your lady and you a bitch, like that's like niggas that I know y'all see videos on Facebook when niggas hit somebody
in them. I just look at it like it's a lot of anger and hurt going on.
That's true.
Because I don't know what happened.
Right.
I'm not just going to judge Bull and say he was in that room.
Right, but I will say...
I've been in situations where girls really teeing on me and it's like...
No, I agree with that. I agree with that, but I will say that in majority of them situations, when the brothers show up, most of the times them niggas don't fight back. I don't know, them niggas don't fight back or they don't fight back.
See, the thing is, but I've always asked for brothers and dads to come.
Right.
See, the thing is,
right?
Because I love you to come here because I don't want him.
At the end of the day, I can handle myself as a man, like, and I'm going to.
Damn, you mad about the situation and your dad getting punched in his mouth. Call them both, nigga. What you talking about? Like,
right.
I don't want you to come.
Yeah, no, you ain't gotta be a street. You ain't gotta be a street nigga for that. Any nigga that know how to handle himself, know how to handle himself.
I mean, like I was, we all from where we from, but
what I'm just saying that the feel conditional masculinity would be like you being tough with your girl, but when a man come in your face, you're not tough with that nigga. Then you're not as masculine.
Well, in my life,
conditional.
I don't know. I see everybody super cautious. I don't see dudes just angry with other dudes. And I know why. But it's not like it be bitch ass situations. It don't be shit that need to go that far.
Right.
What am I proving?
And
it's like
that's kind of my point though. It's
like what? Like because you like a lot of times it's like because you're upset with me, I'm supposed to fight you. But that's enough for me though. Like you want us to do it. Like
it sounds like I said, but it sounds like that can be called conditional masculinity too though, and that's my problem. Like because that's just making a smart decision. Like
it's like, oh, now you pick and choose when it's not. Yeah, you do.
I see a point. I see a point.
We're not living in a wild. We got.
It's more dangerous for men to fight. So if we being honest, it's dangerous for us to fight.
Niggas is stomping niggas' heads.
Niggas is going for the kill. We not going to hurt. We going to kill. So real quick. So just so we understand. So conditional femininity. Let's just leave it to agree whether we agree with Bull was saying or not. Do you agree with Bull?
Nah.
No. Okay. You agree with Bull?
See, I do and I don't at the same time. I agree with everything he's saying, but I feel as though like we do have to, as men, we got work to do. We got to stand up and we got to show why we deserve to be leaders. Because for the longest of time, we've been slacking, bro. So as a whole, I don't give a fuck what your dad doing. I don't care what individuals doing. Like as a whole, we got to step up and get our shit right. So
I agree.
until then, we can't complain about the situation we set up. We ain't set it up for ourselves. If we want to talk about it, I don't want to get to the race.
We another subject.
Not race play.
Not like that. I ain't talking about that.
Hey,
Like,
you a freak. What's wrong with you?
I ain't getting into all that.
But me, do you agree with Bull or do you agree with more like what Phil was saying?
It's a flip-flop situation. It's situationalized. Like,
Okay.
depending on what situation you was in.
Okay.
Nah, I 100% agree with Phil.
Okay.
Like if you're a dude and you handling your business as a dude, if you pulling that weight and you're mentally stabilized to be able to pull the weight and the mental stability of that female, she gonna follow regardless.
Okay. Baron?
I agree with Bull.
Okay. Alright. And we listen, we can come back to this at another time, niggas wanna go at it. But we gonna move on to the separate topic.
I don't want to say why I agree with Phil though. My bad. I agree with, like Phil said, like she already a woman. Who am I to determine her femininity? Just everything she do is a feminine action. So how the fuck am I? Who am I to determine that? Like I might not like it, and I can speak on that. But as far as I can't say she's not acting as if she's a woman. She's a woman that was, we all products of our environment.
Okay.
But it would be the same as if a woman would say you're not like a man because you're not doing, you feel me?
I laugh at her.
Oh, no, yeah, because
like, you feel me? It's like basically the same. Like, what Phil said, I understand what Phil is saying, but at the end of the day, I'm going to still agree with.
But if we also going to go by nature and our responsibility as men, so the fuck what was she talking about?
No, it's just like you said, like, y'all stand on it, be a rock.
Like, she ain't doing nothing and going nowhere.
You do gotta be a rock.
Let her have her moment. Like, okay.
And women be having their moments.
Right, and then you're going to come right to me later.
They always have your
and you're not going to apologize. You're going to try to talk to me like nothing happened or you're going to try to do something. So,
yeah.
Okay, I'm used to it now. Let's have it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Mentally capable. Go in there.
Alright, so we're going to move on to the second subject. I think we cleared the least for the video up. Niggas want to come back to the topic. We can another time. But who number 2?
Red pill, man.
Who number 2? Oh, Bruce?
No, I'm number 3.
Alright, who?
Red table and just red table talk. Slap that jaw right now.
Nigga, this not Red Table Talk. That's a woman podcast, bro. We not.
Barbarian Black Table, bro.
Yeah, we in here.
Black table talk?
Yep.
So I'm number 2. What's goody?
Alright.